Hello, I'm just telling everyone on X that we're live. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. But we're live. We're here. Hello.
We're also live on TikTok.
Powered by Paywise.
Are we live on TikTok?
Not.
Yeah, we are. I'm just... Oh, and
That's Dan.
going on.
Wow. Live everywhere. That's brilliant. Hello, fellas. That was a weekend. Dan, you must be excited.
Oh, we're flying high. I can't believe we just beat Melbourne. I was saying to Nick before, my dad is like, he's a real one-eyed fan. You know, I'm like real Nuffy as well. But I'm also a realistic fan.
Are you?
Well. Yeah, to a degree. And I spoke to Dino on the phone. I saw him the day before on the day, and I was like, hey, how you feeling about tonight? He's like, yeah, we're going to win. Like, we're playing well. We're going to beat Melbourne. It's easy. I'd never had that confidence, but once we got started, boy, oh boy, we beat Melbourne. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of town.
Get out of here.
Is that right?
We're the best player of all time in Harley Reed.
Yep.
I spoke to someone
Jack
today.
Darling became the best player of all time.
He had 12 tackles, Jack.
Mate, he was spoiling. He was huge.
It was incredible.
Is it possible for you to play finals?
It is.
Yes,
It's
we're
not
3
out of the
games
question.
out of the 8.
Right, so you've just started this sentence with, I'm a realistic West Coast fan.
We're playing finals.
Playing finals, baby. Ruben Jinby. Can I just say, like, I had some questions.
That was the best the boy looked.
Yeah, he looked really
I had some
good.
questions around him this season. It just seemed a little off. Like last season, he had...
Hey, he looks like he's got sore groins.
Right.
Not on the weekend.
Okay, so this weekend, best game he's ever played for West Coast. He
Ever.
was unreal.
Yeah, I thought so. Big, strong, tough,
is
hard,
huge.
all those things.
Dom Sheed was just good again. Everyone was
Sheeta
good.
tagged.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
So Sheeta said that potentially they may be bringing an extra 3 into the locker room. So instead of being number 4, he's going to be now 34. Because 34 is the tagger's number at West Coast
Hutch.
in Mark Hutchings.
Hutchings,
So
yes.
Sheeta's been rolling around with that gag. I reckon I heard him tell it 3 times last night after the game to different people.
I like
it's like, yeah, we're bringing in the number 3. I'm the new tagger. I thought he looked very good on Clayton Oliver. Now, talking about Melbourne.
Yeah.
Excited to have this man on the podcast shortly. Broden Kelly.
Broden?
Footy with Bro.
Yep.
Ben. Big Melbourne man. He does some good stuff on a podcast back in Melbourne. So he's going to join us a little later on. Dan's going to feed him, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so nice to just talk to someone who goes for a good team when you've freshly beaten them, when you're not a great team. It's just
You're
nice.
a great team.
Oh, we are. Now we are. No, we're best team of the comp.
Yep.
Powered by Paywise this year, boys. Very excited with that. Now, before we get into the West Coast stuff, Hammer, I thought while we have you here, we had the Shelter Footy Cast on earlier today. Mark Reddings and myself do that. A little bit more analytical than we do things here on BackChat.
Yep.
I wanted to play you a clip. It's somewhat relevant to the Brayshaw family, and I wanted to see what you had to think about that. Are you okay?
Oh, mate, that's fine.
Okay, let's have a look at the Shelter Footy Cast earlier this morning. There's a couple of frustrating things for me at Freo. Andrew Brayshaw took them until the third quarter to inject him properly into the middle of the ground. He had 12 disposals, 6 clearances, best player on the ground. He is their best midfielder. I think he's better than Sarong. Now, different players, but I think overall, Andy Brayshaw, they're both great players. And this isn't a sleep on Sarong, but I think he's their best player.
Well, you were right. And you called this. You said, look, about time they get Brayshaw in where it's required.
They need to start him on ball. Now, if that means Nat Fyfe's got to come out of the side because of the balance of the midfield, because that's why Brayshaw's out of there right now. They're starting him on wings and on half forwards because you can't play 5 midfielders in there, right? They've got Jackson plus the 3 mids, and it's Fyfe, Young, and Sarong that are starting on ball.
And you can't play 5 forward anymore.
Right.
I mean, isn't it amazing 12 months ago or thereabouts,
He was at full forward.
he was being considered a forward. And now, and this is, again, from a dual Brownlow medalist, you're actually worried when he's got ball in hand about when he kicks the ball, particularly at goal. It's almost... You think he's less than a 50-50 chance. And field kicking's become an issue as well. But I know we discussed this last week, but that's just another element of what we saw on the weekend.
I don't care who it is. If it's Matt Johnson, if it's Nat Fyfe, if it's Hayden Young back, if whatever you need to do, you need to get Andy Brayshaw on the ball to start the game and full-time on ball. I'm not talking start him in there for 3 minutes to get the first centre bounce and then push him forward. You need to play him as an outright midfielder because you're not getting the impact from him that you need. And I do understand the positivity around what they're doing, but I still think there's a lot of negative. They look fumbly at times. The first option's not getting given. They played a terrible side. St Kilda's no good.
No, you're right.
Unfortunately. Yes. Sorry, we're all just
Your brother.
out there.
Yeah.
I say get Andy on.
Yep.
They
Couldn't
put
agree
him.
more.
They did it. I guarantee at halftime they're like, we need to get Andy on ball. He's not impacting the game, and he dominates.
Yeah. So, a few things on that. Firstly, I I am biased. Caleb Sarong is a completely different player than Andrew.
I did say that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you did. Caleb doesn't need to worry about what he does with the ball because he's as good a clearance player at the moment as there is in the comp. Get in,
AFL.
get it out, and just go bang.
Correct.
He's as good as anyone in the comp at that. No one. Andrew's got the most composure in that team. He's probably the smartest footballer there.
Yes.
And he is like explosive, quick, and he's a good ball user.
But that's why he's also flexible because he can play multiple
He is
roles.
flexible, but 2 years ago he was arguably the best player in the competition.
Correct.
Won the Lee Matthews Trophy as the AFL PA award. The players voted him.
Someone thought he was the best player. The players.
Yeah, all
Many
the players
people.
thought this guy's the best, most valuable player in the comp. And what annoys me and has frustrated me for the year so far with Freo is they're in a premiership window, but like they're trying to make up something with Hayden Young as a midfielder. Like, yes, he's a very good midfielder. They're trying to see if we can rejuvenate Nat 5. They're testing Matt Johnson. And they're like, why do you need to? You test that stuff out if you're in a rebuild phase or your team's not in the prime.
Correct.
Like, Andrew is as good a midfielder as there is in the comp, and you don't need to try anyone else.
Correct.
Like, why would you try something else when he can just play there? And it's been happening all year. Like,
I will
the very
say-
first game, he started on the wing, was average, and then just went bang and came back in the middle.
Early in the season, let's get the balance right. We needed to say Hayden Young, Nat Fyfe, need to play him on ball, all of that stuff. And I've probably been in that realm a bit, but watching the game on the weekend, it was that obvious. One, because I brought him into my dream team this week.
Yeah, of course.
And he was just having no impact. I'm like,
Yep.
if he was at any other side, the best player not impacting, but you're not playing him on ball, it finally clicked in my head. I'm like, right, just don't worry about the balance. I don't care if Fifey's dropped. I don't care if Hayden Young needs to go back. I don't really care how you need to do it. Get Andrew Brayshaw on ball.
He's not a winger. He's not a forward. He's as good a midfielder as there is in the comp, and they just need to play him in there. I don't care what. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I'm biased, but I don't care. Just play him there.
I'm not biased and I'm right. So, look, in terms of how segues go, I don't think this is a strong segue, but I would like to move to this piece of vision. Yes, Nicholas? Yeah,
AC
yes.
Mitchell has donated $1.49.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Casey?
AC Mitchell.
AC Mitchell, and it's
AC.
for you, Scully. He says
Okay.
he saw you leaving the Cass $50 down on Saturday. He said he did not look happy, so there's $1.49.
That is
you go.
1,000% correct. So he must have been, I don't know. Oh, yes. I got a photo with him in the car park. He was going in with his partner. He said, "Scully, can we get a photo?" And I said, "Mate, what are you guys doing there? Go and have a punt." I said, "Well, see if you can win $50 back because I just lost it in about fucking 3 hands of blackjack." It's that Tim Narkey guy.
Oh yeah, he's fooled the world that you can make money.
So I
gambling.
rolled into the Cass at do OB on the weekend, taking me $50 in there. I took one note.
Yeah,
of course.
I didn't want to
Best way to do
gamble
it.
responsibly.
Correct.
I
As
think
we
that's a way
always
of
do.
Yeah,
responsibly
that's very
gambling.
good.
Yeah.
I roll in, bang, hit the first hand. So I'm
thinking you're
$15 up. I'm playing the 15, and I'm like, right, Tim Narkey, I'm making $500,000 here.
Yes.
Here we go. So the next hand I doubled up, lost. Right, and I think, well, I can't go back
You're not
now.
gonna lose twice.
Right,
Tim
so now
Narkey
I'm
didn't.
down $40, so I double up again
And lose.
Lose.
Yeah,
So now I have $10 left, and I'm on a $15 table.
Gotta go
So
to
I
$10
asked the guy next to me, "Can
No.
I borrow $5?" Well, I
Yeah, of course.
had to play the hand. I said,
Yeah.
when I win, I'll give you the $5 back. I lost and I had to walk off.
I owe you $5.
So what? So there's a guy out there who goes,
Yeah.
would never
Sco-
believe it. I was playing blackjack. Will Schofield comes up, borrows $5 off me, and then leaves.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't pay him back.
Oh, cringe.
So, thanks
Makes
for
me
joining us.
sick.
I do
on
love
YouTube,
Volvo, so I'm
on X, on TikTok. Thanks for joining us, everybody. You're probably wondering why we haven't spoken about this, man. Well, we've pretty much just been saving this video to watch it, and Dan just to excite himself. Can we get ISO on Dan while we play this vision, please?
Yeah.
Let's
There you
go.
go.
Show me some of these highlights, baby. Holy shit.
Okay, what is this? Yeah, center clearance.
centre bounce,
Harley Reed, one hand pick up.
Commentator.
one.
One bounce. Turns around. Who's behind me? Christian Petrarca. Too slow. Another bounce. Third bounce from 48. Kicks it. Unbelievable. And a Papalia just nails the call. What a
Mate.
goal.
He's off his head. Watch this one. No one's even around him.
no.
See you, mate.
See ya.
Tommy
Bye.
Sparrow, bye-bye.
This is insane. This,
See you later,
oh,
Alex Neil
bye.
Bye-bye. That's
Oh,
shooting
ankle
stars.
breaker.
Spot, but see you later.
Oh, wait.
One. Clayton Oliver.
Another fend off.
Christian Petrarca.
They just can't touch him. What have we done to deserve this? I would say that
You
three-
got lucky is what you got.
You picked
Yeah.
him, Mitch.
No, you got lucky because
And then look at this one.
North Melbourne
One-handed
decided to be
spin.
good for one game in 6 years.
So that the guy that he's playing on there was also a 9-gamer, and Fox
It's better
Footy put
house.
out a tweet saying, "What's it like going up? You know,
Head to head.
is it dangerous going head to head with a 9-gamer and not realizing that the other kid was just a kid too? He is just unbelievable.
As we roll these again.
Oh, my goodness.
I was in the box score on this one
Look
for
at
Fox
this.
Footy. I've had
Look at this
I've
bounce;
had-
it almost goes over his head. He's running at 50 k's an hour.
That's quick.
I've had a lot of feedback from Melbourne fans that I was very biased in this game in my commentary.
Who cares?
Mate, when
My
that's
answer's
happening-
been to all of them. I'm not sure how you meant to polish it too. Melbourne were fucking god awful.
Melbourne were
they,
putrid.
They were terrible. West Coast were amazing. What do you want me to do? Cheer on Melbourne to come back into the game? They were terrible the entire game.
It's a bit like the Freo game. In like every single major contest, West Coast were winning. Every time Melbourne missed a kick or fumbled the ball, West Coast just went bang.
Yes.
And it's just like, it's fucked. Yes, Harley's dominating in the middle, but like everyone is playing good.
Tom Cole.
Tom Cole, awesome. Tom Barras, amazing. Jake Waterman.
Deloosh.
Jake Waterman's my All-Australian full forward right
What?
now.
So did you
Absolutely.
make that
Gotta
prediction
be.
at
Tied
the
with
start of the year?
Common.
That Jake Waterman would be All-Australian.
No, but he's
No,
going to have a good year.
No, I didn't. My prediction, because we did predictions at the start
Yeah,
of the
lucky.
year. But remember we did those like bold predictions.
Yeah.
Mine
Yes.
was that Harley Reed would get 3-vote games. Not looking that bold anymore.
He would have probably
he
got
would have
3
already-
or 10 votes. He got 10
He would have
coaches
already
votes.
had 3.
The only
Derby?
time the other game that he dominated, Jake kicked 5 or 6.
Derby.
Yeah, Derby.
It was
yeah,
a derby.
Yeah, so Jake's stealing votes.
Anyway.
Potentially.
Yeah, Jake's the best player ever, man. He's
ha-
fucked.
I don't think there's too many players in the competition that can play well, and if they play well, their team wins.
Yeah,
Like Dusty.
Dusty can do that.
Dusty, yeah.
Jacob Wiedering can do that.
Petrarca.
Jeremy Cameron.
Jeremy Cameron can he can do that.
There's not many.
Nah.
Harley Reed might already be that guy.
And we've got him for the next
Is it Harley or is it
20
Jake?
years.
I think everyone's sleeping on Jake because Harley's dominating so much. People are
Because we
sleeping on
finally
Jake.
have some good delivery
Yeah,
in the Ford
I know,
50s.
but people are sleeping on him.
So we had Jake. We saw Jake. You and I ran into at the footy club today, and I think you asked Broden in a little bit about his sort of hand
Sticky
routine.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is going on?
So I
Yeah.
think he's just looking for the right consistency with
Yeah.
the grippo,
With the grip tech, yeah.
type areas.
Too
Right.
much. He reckons he had too much on his hand once, and it's the one that he kicked
Kicked
out
on
in the
the full.
full. It stuck to
Oh,
his
yeah,
hand.
yeah, yeah.
He's like, just finding the right balance. And me and Scully just looked at him and said, mate, I think you found it.
Yeah,
I reckon
yeah,
he's got the
yeah,
I reckon
balance
you got
right.
the balance pretty much spot on.
He's also very accurate.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
there's guys who can just take marks who can't kick a goal. I
Jake
feel
can.
confident
And
every
he can
time
kick
he's
the ball
lining up.
55 metres.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's bloody looking good. The loose. They're calling him the duck around the.
Are they?
the
That's
dark.
good.
Who is it? The dark.
The dark, the
Luge.
G train, the luge.
the G tray.
Very good.
Yeah, he's flying.
Hamish, before we get to this interview with Broden, we're going to lose you after that. I think
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
probably
head off to training.
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Plenty
okay.
of
Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah, okay. I was going to ask, are you excited for us at BackChat who are playing in their first
Yes.
outdoor soccer BackChat FC game this evening?
I am. Have you got kits?
We've
Yeah,
got
loose.
we got a bit of merch, and if
Yep.
you want to find some merch, backchatstudios.com.au.
Thanks to ID Athletic.
We don't have much left,
No, we don't.
Yeah.
but we did get some, so we've gone with just like the Movember BackChat
Yep.
black tees.
Yeah. So you didn't go to ID Athletic to make you a strip?
We will. It was all short
Too,
notice.
too much of a quick
Fair
turnaround.
And
Fair enough.
look,
we know,
But
ID
they'd
Athletic
be
will
able to
make
do
us.
it easily.
Of
Yeah,
course they
easily.
will.
You guys just been
we
too
just want
busy.
to get on the field and kick
Yeah, of course,
kick
of
some
course.
goals first.
So there's a
before we-
few
you know.
things we need to consider, right? Me personally, I didn't consider wearing I didn't realize I needed studs.
Do you even need studs?
Like it's
Yeah,
It's
pe-
boots.
yeah, there's it's turf.
It's also nicer to kick a ball with studs.
Do you think we need shin guards?
No, you wouldn't.
Really?
What if people got studs on?
Yeah, but no, come on.
I'm more worried about shin to shin contact.
What?
Snapping
What
shins.
do people in soccer wear shin guards for? The studs or the shin to shin?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think they're shin to shinning.
because they're weak. I don't know.
Maybe.
The shin is
Why do
loose.
Ruckman wear shin guards?
I don't know.
Because
They're
they
dumb.
jump in, like they just jump in
They're
shin to
big dumb.
shin.
They're big. They're big
Ruckman
dumb
wears shin
ruckmen.
guards because they go shin to shin.
I know we're just
Yes.
I've been talking about West Coast a lot. Bailey Williams
Pretty good. He played pretty well. Good player.
just
Did
single-handedly took down Max. Like Max Gorn's meant to be the best ruckman of all time, mate. Single-handedly, no thanks.
I would say Max Gawn hates Bailey Williams. After that game, he would hate him.
Hates him. Yeah.
And so I
Mate,
said
he's
to Bailey, I was
fucking
like, if every ruckman at the end of this season hates you, you've had a great year.
yeah.
Mate,
Like he
Absolutely.
was aggressive and contested and
hits
we
the
loved
pack
it.
hard.
Nicholas,
One more thing we didn't mention. Another curse has been broken.
Ooh,
Get up.
Get up. It's
It's
game
game
day.
day.
true.
They
Did they put
posted
that
it.
up?
Put
They
it up.
posted it and they won.
Yep.
So
A curse that's
Something-
been lifted.
something's
goodness
changing.
gracious
Mm.
me. Hey Hammer, can I ask you about Gold Coast Geelong? So I don't know if you saw that 160 to 100
It was
in Darwin.
yeah, a slippery game that just was very high scoring.
I mean, it's a slippery city, got to be honest,
Yeah.
with Darwin. So they want the 20th team there. Nathan Buckley's on board. I think Andrew McLeod, I might have seen his name.
Yep.
Some sort of politicians up there doing things.
Yep.
Could we have a 20th team in Darwin? Could we have a 20th team in Darwin? Or could we have a 20th team here in Western Australia?
I think it'd be better placed in WA.
Yes.
I don't, no disrespect to Darwin, but like they live by a wet season and a dry season. Tough.
And the wet season's in footy season.
Yep. And the wet season is
That's why they have their footy seasons in summer.
Yeah, in summer. And like wet season is like proper.
Can't play.
We're talking monsoons.
Like we're talking rivers. We're
Yeah,
talking rivers on the oval.
like you can't play.
So if they do it in Darwin, they're going to build a stadium with a lid, right? You're going to have it under the lid, right? You're going to have it under the lid.
Great way to put it.
Because you can't. Like, mate,
Not a roof.
No, you can put the lid on.
Lid.
Right, mate, put the lid
Is
on.
it air conditioned?
A
Air
stadium
conditioned.
with a
Yeah.
lid.
So it's
With
like
a
an
lid.
NFL stadium.
Yeah.
You got to play indoors. It's like
Yeah.
an indoor,
So
a
they
fully
put-
indoor
do they
stadium.
put AstroTurf down or they're putting turf down? Like, I don't know if the grass grows under the lid.
Well,
You can't just open the
I
lid
love
during the
that it's
week.
a lid.
Well, why can't they open the lid? They open the lid at...
Because it's monsoon, mate.
Yeah, no.
In
It's
July,
got,
it's
it has to be
monsoon.
like it has to be a
Sprinklers.
full or a fully
It becomes a
enclosed
fucking
stadium.
aquarium.
Yeah, it's got to be
That's
like a
why.
fully enclosed stadium.
And what else were they using it for? They
I
can't
don't-
just have a footy field. The footy field that gets used for
Right,
22
so
weeks.
I think we've debunked the fact that I don't think
Mate, there's
I
no
don't think
teams out
Darwin's
there.
the spot.
I'm
No,
sorry.
Darwin's not the
I,
spot.
for the people who live there, I'd
Bustleton's the
love
spot.
for you to have a team, but it just doesn't make
The
sense.
Southwest Stingers.
The Southwest Stingers are
Brought
the
to you
answer.
by Shelter.
Yeah, the
And
shelter
BackChat.
Southwest Stingers.
Yes,
Direct flight straight to Bustleton.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
correct.
Cheaper than from Perth.
Yes. There's a community down there. People want footy.
People
They
do
don't
want
have
footy.
wet season in July.
They don't. They got beautiful weather more often than not.
For WA people that don't quite understand, oh, there's my voice, that don't quite understand Geelong, right? The
Yes.
Geelong to Melbourne sort of thing.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be similar to Bustleton?
3 hours away, but
Is it just a little bit
Mandurah to
Geelong to Melbourne's like 50 minutes. Mandurah Perth is Geelong Melbourne.
right? Okay, so people would actually want to live like away,
It's
that
like
far away
lawn.
from the city.
It's like going to lawn.
Yeah, sort of. But like,
But even
I don't
a
know
little
what your
bit
question
further.
is.
Well, like because people live in Bustleton that are mostly retired or like have I don't know, just
It is a typically old place.
yeah. So I'm thinking about the people. How would you attract players to Bustleton?
Dunsborough, Margaret River.
Right.
The whole
Yeah.
southwest
Surfers,
region.
like wine
Right.
area that's growing. Go and live there. And yeah, it's like living in Geelong. But like people don't live
It's
in
like
Geelong.
the Gold. It's like the
because
Gold Coast.
They
but
want
not
to
everyone
drive
wants-
to Melbourne.
Yeah. It's
People
like the
live
Gold
in-
Coast, but not everyone wants to bash you.
Yes. Great explanation.
Bustleton is the Gold Coast, but not everyone wants to bash you.
Southwest Stingers, like the Gold Coast, but not
not
everyone wants to bash you. That's actually a good
great
point.
slogan.
People who live in Geelong don't like drive to Melbourne on weekends to get out of Geelong. They
Right,
just live
perfect.
in Geelong.
So then,
Yeah.
you just live in the like the town sort of beach
Yeah.
lifestyle in Bustleton.
Yeah, absolutely
Correct,
right.
yeah.
Like not everyone wants to live in fucking Sydney or Melbourne, like the
they're
busiest
trash.
places in the world.
Yeah.
Trashy places.
Holes.
Yeah, correct. Hammer, we're very excited to have this, man. Thanks to ID Athletic.
Oh yeah.
You can find, and if you want an indoor soccer club starting up, you got an outdoor soccer club starting up, ID Athletic is the place to go, idathletic.com. Bringing us our guest this year, and Broden Kelly, big Melbourne man, is going to tell us why they were so shit. Got no audio
This
through
is
at the moment. I thought, look, I see the West Coast Melbourne game. I watch the results, and I
Great
think, who can we chat to about this?
really good game.
And I thought, footy with Broden Kelly. What's he doing? He's a big Melbourne man. And I wanted to get the full debrief between Dan and Broden, a couple of nuffies, all right, going head to head. Mate, thanks for joining us. Big fan of what you're doing over in Melbourne, the footy with Bro. Love it. Thank you for joining us.
Gents, Dan, Const, lovely to see you. And Will, that's a free kick, Schofield. What lovely after the call yesterday. Oh my God, 3 hours with you. That all I wanted to do today was just hear more of Will Schofield's fucking voice. So no, it's good to be here. It must be a special day in Perth today, and I feel it. And congratulations to everyone over there. Is it magical over there today?
It's magic. Yeah, I woke up like sometimes when you get like a new lease on life and you're just happy for some reason. That's how I woke up this
Was
morning.
there a few like quite stiff and crusty towels lying around your house?
Just really happy. My little shrine to Harley Reed is just live and well. There's candles everywhere. It's a good time to be a West Coast fan right now.
And for the D's, they felt like fast eddies yesterday in that they no longer belonged in Perth. There was a time when we were the toast of Perth in 2021, and now we're no longer welcome.
The borders were locked, weren't they? You didn't come over for that. A couple of boys did. They went to jail, didn't you? That wasn't you, was it?
Yeah, I would have gone to jail. I was shooting I'm an actor sometimes, and I was shooting a TV show in Far North Queensland where no one cares about AFL, and so I was just walking around in a Guernsey after the premiership in Cairns for days and no one gave a shit. So it was a weird experience for me. But were you both at that game?
I commentated it. I feel like walking around with the team jumper on would be like what the Gold Coast Suns feels like on a daily occurrence.
On match day at the game.
I could have been Matt Rowell for all intents and purposes. But no, it was can I just say I was blown away by Wallage Murrah. What is it?
Wallage Murrah. Jeez, it was fucking fun on the coverage saying that 1,000 times.
Yeah, no, you were all nailing it actually. But I was blown away, and obviously Harley Reed, like that performance, they'll make documentaries about, obviously. But I was actually more horrified of Waterman, and just a few others. All of a sudden, you look like you're just ready to go.
Yep.
And all like I felt it like you know how there's those like sometimes fish when they know that there's going to be a drought will put their caviar or their eggs into the earth and they'll sit there dormant.
Yes.
And it felt like yesterday the drought broke in WA and all of these nuffs just got a bit of water and all hatched and they're all back, and it's lovely to see you all again.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
I mean, like you've well and truly.
Oh boy, Jake Waterman's hand routine needs to be studied and investigated. Like that man cannot drop a football right now. It's incredible. Like it doesn't matter what ball comes his way, he's grabbing it.
Yeah, some of those as well. Oh my God, even Jaiden Hunt looked like an all-star yesterday. So that's really saying something. You know, it was a special day. And that crowd, I was there for the 2018 prelim.
Were you?
I flew in. I left home at 6 a.m. I flew over. I got to the ground, saw the eagle fly around, watched potentially a worse performance than yesterday. Got back on a plane, flew home, and was in bed by 1 a.m. Melbourne time. And I think I genuinely lost about 5 years of my life, and then an extra one yesterday. So that's good.
So I was on the Debrief podcast during the week. Good bunch of lads.
Yep.
I tell everybody, I don't have a team I follow, right? So I grew up in Geelong. I was a Geelong boy for 17 years. I got drafted to West Coast. They were my employee. I never went for West Coast. Especially when I was dropped, I was like, I hope these guys lose so I can get a game again. So I finished my career at West Coast, and I've had 15 years out of the game from being a fan. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do here. So I think I'm a Giants fan at this stage. I pride myself on being able to call it how it is. I think I'm unbiased. I don't really fanboy West Coast. In fact, I've probably been the most critical person in West Australian media over here of West Coast over the last couple of years. I get on my phone last night. I see Broden Kelly coming at me about the commentary, but you were mild. The Melbourne Demons fans. It's you know how you were doing your little rankings of teams getting back to you. If I could do a rankings of personal feedback after being on national TV, Melbourne Demons #1 in terms of really fucking critical.
Well, you don't know the half of it, mate. So you would have seen a little bit, but you don't know how powerful the Melbourne supporters are, mate. You're going to start getting weird legal letters. You're going to start like deep in the government, like very wealthy, powerful people we are. And just in little slight ways, Will, your life's going to fall apart now. But no, I sent a message to Adam Papalia.
Yes.
I said, tell them both to shut the fuck up halfway through the game. I said, pull your head in. And he wrote back, he's like, I've told them. And I don't think he did.
He didn't fucking tell me. I would have tried to pull my head in. But I think it's very fucking hard to be unbiased when one team's playing like a piece of shit. You couldn't argue with me that Melbourne was shithouse yesterday.
No, unfortunately, I can't. I've got no legs to stand on there. I did think that they would come. I thought they were going to come in that third quarter, and I think they tried, but then West Coast were just up and about by that point, and I disappointingly have no leg to stand on today, unfortunately.
There was also, I think, 14 free kicks to 2 in that third quarter. So the umpires were doing everything they possibly could to try bring you back into the game because obviously they want it to be interesting.
I'll leave you to.
Well, you're a skillless side. That's the problem, Dan. You gotta, you gotta get your handballs and your tackles a bit more figured out. It's the Richmond. When you watch a Richmond game, you know how they're minus 150 free kicks.
Yes.
To the league. Do you think that's a skill thing, or do you think it's an umpires hate them thing, or a bit of both?
I think it's a skill thing. I'm with you. I hate watching Richmond. They're just so hard to watch.
Yeah, Josh Rothan gave away maybe 9 horrible free kicks, so him in particular.
Yeah, it's. I wonder with Richmond in particular. I wonder if it was a Damien Hardwick thing where he just said, "Nah, the mentality's actually worth it to, to." But when you're a bad team, it compounds even worse.
Yeah, correct.
But no, Will, I welcome you as the new Kane Corns of WA, and
It's great.
I hope to hear you more. You and Pav and Paps. Actually, it's a very good crew, and you deserve to be on Thursday nights. Don't you think there should be some West Coast games, Freo games,
Yes.
on the Thursday nights?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
But we're not doing them to finish the season, are we?
No.
Yeah, no, they're gone now.
West Coast
They're
have been
gone.
shit house though, so they're rarely getting it. I think we've got a random Friday night game coming up against Hawthorn.
What was my cane corns?
Oh, someone referred to Scully over here as Kmart Cane Corns, which is forever one of the great nicknames.
Well, what does that make Kane Corns? Does that make him Meyer or something?
Yeah,
Or
David
what is he,
Jones or something.
Sort of like Hermes Kane. I am quickly keen to just chat about the club rankings and getting back to you. I enjoyed that a lot. We do similar things to you, contacting clubs. Hey, can we speak to this person? We'd like to have this person on. Mind you, and I hope you're the same, I could go direct to anyone I like. Like I could absolutely go, and the bringing in of the media management of clubs is more of out of respect. Hey, I'm not going to go behind your back and get these people on.
Keeping people employed.
Some clubs, you've named and shamed them, which I bloody enjoyed. I haven't come out on that and done that. But some clubs are fucking awful. Like, fucking awful. Like, it's as if I'm asking, can we have the game plan? Can we have your game plan? We're going to publish it online, and we want everyone to see exactly what you're doing. What's AFL clubs? Have you found them?
Well, I'm not in footy world at all. Like, I'm a comedian, and I'm more interested in for our show. We're kind of more interested in talking to like King Gizzard or Alex Leahy or
Ben Brown.
Ben Brown,
Love Ben Brown.
Dan's favourite player, Ben Brown.
Favorite player.
Beautiful boy, beautiful man. Did you see him in the flesh last night?
Yeah, I sat alone. Dan got a signature off him
I
at
saw
Gather
him at Gather Round. Yeah, I stalked the hotel that they were staying at, and I waited for him. I got a signature.
He's a very good, but yes, I'm in this position where I'm not too fussed if I get blacklisted by a club for, it doesn't affect me in any way. But indirectly as well, the stories I've heard about the way that some clubs can deal with social media, because I feel like the people who are dealing in the online space and making good content for online, that's kind of where we're all moving, right? It's going to be less the networks, and it's going to be more, people who make things for online.
Yes.
And the way that a lot of them are treated by certain clubs is actually abhorrent. Like, some of the clubs who just have decided, no, we're not going to treat you with any sort of dignity. And it's crazy. But it also has entirely changed the way you talked about being the way that I think of football clubs. You talked about following GWS. I'm a paid up GWS member now, Will. I'd be just entirely because of the way that Jacob talks and the social media manager for GWS,
Yes.
Jacob Gaynor, talks to the media. But then secondly, when you are a member of GWS, you are genuinely treated like you're a platinum member with Qantas.
Yes.
Like there's a
We're members too.
correspondent.
We're members too.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
You get a correspondent who calls you and says, hey, how you going? And just wanted to check if you wanted a coffee or anything. It's ridiculous.
Broden, we sponsored a player, right? We sponsored Jack Buckley, and so as a part of that package, we get to have him into our workplace for like a 3-hour period whenever we feel like it.
That's absurd. It's absurd. It's wrong. West Coast with 450,000 members and $150 million in cash are like, have you ever heard from them?
Here, have a sticker. You'd be lucky to get a sticker. Are you a member?
I'm in the wings. I'm a member in the wings because there's too many members. So I've been waiting.
Too many members. I think West Coast would say that.
I think I'm 7,000th in waiting.
Fuck me. That's disgraceful.
I'm a paid up Melbourne member, and they stopped giving scarves. This year, they genuinely just sent me an envelope with human feces in it this year. And they don't want to know me.
I thought they would have said some maybe some RM boot polish or maybe.
Yeah, not anymore. Nothing. They just assume you have all that. That's pure richness, isn't it? When they're like,
Oh, mate, it's brilliant. We do probably have to get back to the rest of the show. Love talking to you. We'd love to do some more stuff as the year goes. I don't know what, but we love your content, and hopefully you can start just having a look at ours, and maybe you can come and join us for some more regular stuff.
I'm a fan from afar from everything you guys are making online. Really awesome. Congratulations to the entire state of WA.
Thank you.
But
Hey,
both of you as well.
Let's take on the AFL clubs. I feel like, especially the bad ones, not the good ones. We love the good ones, but a couple of the bad ones, I think naming and shaming them's a good
There's
idea.
been one who's referred to us as a competitor. Apparently, we have a team in the league, and they don't want us to succeed, and they refer to us as a
A
competitor.
competitor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine if BackChat got a footy team. If that was the 20th club, a third WA team.
BackChat.
Mate,
Could happen.
That'd be great.
now we're talking. If we want to work on something, that would be the one. Mate, we appreciate the time. Very generous, and I hope to see you a little bit later in the season.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Jez. Congrats, Eagles.
There we go, Broden
Congrats,
Kelly.
Eagles. It was just, I feel like I was humble in victory, was
You
I?
fucking had to work hard to be humble, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're very excited.
Yeah, excitable person.
He's a
team
good
wins.
man.
Yeah, I really like Broden.
I enjoy people who can have a laugh at himself and
Yes.
not too serious. And he, like you said, he's not from footy land. He's got a podcast, Footy with Bro.
Yep.
I enjoy it. They go live on YouTube as well.
Yes.
Hey, I think it's all a part of the big family of going a big fuck you to the rest of the media, because he's
Absolutely.
right. People like us doing stuff on the internet.
Yep.
You're going to take over soon. Don't worry about that. He's a good man, but he is a Melbourne supporter.
Yeah, that's all right. You won premiership 2 years ago. You can survive a loss against West Coast.
As he said, maybe BackChat should get the team. Maybe BackChat should get the 20th team.
Could I be? I'd love to just be a runner. If we're gonna have any
Yeah, you can be a runner.
cool.
I'm not the boss. Like,
But-
I don't know what I'm going to be. I want to be the runner. You could be a water runner. I'll be
No,
a
I want to be. I want to
Messages.
deliver messages
Like what?
because I don't have to come up with the messages. I just have to hear
Let's
from.
just say you were a West Coast runner.
Yeah.
What sort of...
Harley, come here.
Great.
Love you, mate.
You're looking
Doing
good,
well.
bro. So I don't know how
Proud of
much...
you.
I don't know... I'm sure it probably has come out in the media a little bit, but you just mentioned Harley and made me think of something. He forgot to tape his wrists on the weekend. And,
Right.
And...
He's got broken wrists.
So I tape my wrist every game.
Hmm.
So no, it doesn't have breaking wrists. Like, it's like taping your ankles.
Yeah, right.
Stops turning a little wrist jar into like a really big one.
Yeah, okay.
So if you're fending people off like he does, like he has tape wrists anyway, he was running out in the ground. He was like, oh, I forgot to tape my wrist.
Really?
And most young players, like when they do that, you'd probably, like I would have personally been like, oh shit, like I can't play without tape
Rattled.
wrist. He just goes out there and
Yeah.
starts don't arguing. Oliver, Petrarca, dominates, best on.
Was that his best game so far? Or the Freo
I
one?
think so. Let's stop talking. I really want to talk about him, but I also don't. Like, I feel like we're sort of in this weird like land
Yeah.
where we probably should own him as a person here at BackChat, but I also don't want to bring too much attention to him. But he's too good.
He's so good. But that's all right. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know, love you, mate.
We'll have him on the podcast soon.
Yeah, please.
Media Ochre is on my run sheet. This is a great segment run on Channel 9. I enjoy it. Again, like I said, I like people who can have a bit of a
Yes.
laugh at themselves, not take themselves too seriously. Nathan Brown runs this, and
It's one of the things. Did you watch Media Watch?
yes,
From the ABC?
it's taking the piss out of
Yeah.
Media Watch.
And it's one of the
It's a
few
brilliant
things I
name.
actually watch off. Yeah, it is.
We get it, right?
Yes.
Media Ochre.
Yes.
Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Gee, it's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very
brilliant
good.
stuff.
Mediocre.
We featured on it. Do you want to have a look?
Yes, please.
No audio.
Will be free flowing. Guess again.
I want to talk about your back line here at BackChat. We are trying to champion, and I can't say that word. I know why I just keep trying to say it. I keep stuffing up. We're trying to give the respect Backman deserve. Jack Frost is our Hawthorn man. We like how he
Sam
goes.
Frost, I hope you mean. If you're going to
sorry, Sam
support our
Frost.
players, can you get their names right?
You'd think for a show called BackChat that the chat will be free flowing.
Yeah, he's right. He's right
Bloody
to
oath
know.
it was. I like that a lot. That's
I,
fucking hilarious.
I forgot how
That looks awkward,
how
doesn't it?
yeah it looks, and they've cut it perfectly. Like there was a bit of laughter after it, but they've cut it to
Oh yeah,
perfection there.
like I'm a complete idiot. I called Sam Frost our BackChat
Jack
Backman.
Frost,
Jack Frost.
nipping at your nose. Oh, Frosty.
Sorry, Frosty, but yeah, I enjoyed that. Thanks for paying attention. to Channel
Mediocre.
9.
I think
I reckon we could feature on that quite regularly.
great. We'll just try to. What do we just But we don't even try to.
That's
It's
been
just going to
normal.
happen.
We're probably going to stuff something up today. Collingwood, Adelaide. I don't know if you saw the end of this one,
Yeah.
Dan.
Crazy. Adelaide, for the 9th time in the last 2 seasons, have been robbed of victory from the umpires. The thing is, I'm just sort of saying that to be facetious, but like they still had to kick a goal.
To set the scene here.
Yeah.
Saturday, Arvo, coming back from picking up some pies at the shops probably. Love my pies on Saturdays.
Do you?
Big.
Where do you go?
There's one in Aussie Park. It's called Golden Bakery. It is
Oh, yeah.
by far the best pies in WA.
You
By
know
a
they sell
long way.
Golden Bakery pies at the IGA down the street.
Excuse me?
They sell Golden Bakery pies at the IGA down the street. That's where they sell them there. So,
I don't know what to do with that information.
well, go with
What the
now.
fuck are we doing here without pies? How do I not know that?
I don't know. It's there.
Incredible in there, mate. You walk in, you know how like most bakeries, there's like 6 pies, and you always go in, there's not enough fucking pies.
Yep.
They are like running there. There's hundreds of pies. Anytime you ever
It's
go
a proper
in there.
bakery.
Why did I start talking about that?
Getting pies.
Right, so I'm watching. So I'm not watching KO. I have KO audio playing through my car, and it's getting closer. Right, Adelaide are coming back and running it. It gets to this last one. I run inside. I flick the TV on, and the stoppage happens. Right,
Yes.
there's 20 seconds left as my TV syncs up, and I see it happen live.
Yep.
Rankine bursts out. The only way Adelaide had a chance was like flushing it out of the middle. He does that.
Yep.
Piss bolting down the wing, takes a bounce, running. I see the kick. I actually see the umpire do it, and I think, no, he hasn't done that. So
Yep.
I keep watching. The ball goes in. The players don't know. No one stops.
Yes.
There's so many moments in this that tells me it's an incorrect free kick,
Yep.
i.e. players haven't reacted. It's a shit show. Collingwood would have won this game. So this is not about Adelaide being robbed
Yes.
by the umpires. But this umpiring decision, which has been labbed up, by the way, it couldn't have been more wrong. So let's just see how wrong it was. Give us a look at this video, please.
You'd think for a shot, we'll
No,
dispose of it
yes,
at
I
least.
do.
We've labbed this up. The Fox Footy lab is hard at work here. Now, this is the
Oh, we
moment.
might miss
This is the lab.
You can see the distance on the left-hand side. Very good. 24.2 metres. Watch it again. So he takes a bounce here. There's 18 seconds left here. Kicks into a one-on-one Taylor Walker. 24.2 metres. So the ruling is 15 metres.
Correct.
Not, you know how everyone goes that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah,
7, 8.
steps.
So he took 14 steps.
Yeah, he's got a stride on him.
Correct.
Yep.
So by the letter of the law, it's an incorrect decision.
Yes.
By the letter of my eyes and my football love, it is such the wrong call.
Yes.
You
correct.
can't tell me umpires don't know it's late in the game.
Yep.
That isn't getting paid.
That call never gets called
any
unless if he didn't bounce it and he's running forever. Mate, I've seen Jake Waterman run from about 40 out into the goal square to kick a goal. That happened this season. Didn't take a bounce. They never call that.
Dead giveaways are players don't react.
Yes.
You know when there's a whistle goes and players don't know which way
Mate,
it
because
is?
there was the contest that he kicked it into.
Yes.
No one
Correct.
blinked an eye at it.
Yeah, and so that's one thing. So when the whistle goes and no one knows what's happening, that's
Yes.
that's a wrong free kick.
Yep.
Almost immediately you can tell.
Yep.
The second one is, if the free kick wasn't paid, would we be talking about it? No.
No. There'll be
Right.
some Collingwood Nuffy that would be like, I've measured it out. I think you ran too long. But again, that's just no one's calling that.
No one's ever calling it, and that really pissed me
Well
off.
done, umpire. You got involved in the game.
So I immediately tweeted that out. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, "That's a fucking disgrace." I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
angry right
Yep,
now.
yep.
Oh, jeez, I riled some Collingwood fans up.
Did ya?
Yeah.
It's so easy
I had a
to.
rough weekend on X. Like
You
rough. Yeah.
Just like a lot of negativity.
Yeah, a lot of negativity. I had that, and people hated that, which is fine. You know, I'm not.
Yeah.
But it's just like constant. And then, the game yesterday. Melbourne fans worse than the business. Worse than the
Really?
business. Melbourne
Worse than
fans.
Collingwood?
Yeah, shout out Melbourne fans. If any of you hung around after listening to your man Broden Kelly,
Yes.
and you are still listening along, you're worse than business.
That's surprising.
DMs, publicly like calling out. If you DM me, just so you know, I'm coming straight back up with full force.
Yes.
I can't do that in a public forum
No.
because people go, "Oh, you can't speak like that."
Yep.
If you DM me and you
You're entering
criticize
my
me,
house.
you're opening yourself back. Like if you want to criticize me, great. Tell me what you think.
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you exactly what I fucking think. So I was spending a fair bit of time doing that last night.
A guy yesterday.
I'm expecting my DMs to be
You know-
fucking flooded after this show.
A Melbourne fan, messaged me saying, "Shut up, dickhead." When I I
Oh, that's
put
so
up
funny.
something about Harley Reed.
Shut up,
yesterday.
dickhead.
Shut up, dickhead. And I went onto his profile, and he's one of those guys who has like 3 followers, no tweets, but like 3,000 replies. They're just replying.
Don't get caught up in the followers.
But
stuff,
wait,
mate.
this is great because I checked his replies. There was the reply to me, "Shut up, dickhead." The reply after that was was this girl that was like I don't know, just like half dressed, and she was like, "Is this a thirst trap?"
Have you seen my videos?
Yeah,
join me now.
One of those, and he wrote back, "You're gorgeous." So that's the sort of behavior.
Brilliant. I bloody love that. Keep it coming, though. I do enjoy the interactions. Just a negative weekend, but that's okay.
That's fine.
Before we leave this week's footy, Port Adelaide Hawthorn. Seen a fair bit of coverage on this one.
Ripping game.
So I was prepping with Fox with the coverage for the West Coast game, so I didn't see the last quarter, but I've sat down and watched the whole thing.
Yes.
Because I saw...
I watched you watch it.
Yeah. So was that fun, watching me watch it?
Yeah.
David King come out and said they went into shutdown mode too early.
Yeah, save the game mode.
Yeah, so what that means is like you go into defensive ball movement, you set up defensively behind the ball, like you're not really trying to score, and when it's late in the game and you're winning, you usually do that, especially in the experienced side playing against a better side away from home. Like you just want to park the bus.
So you were sending more players back there than you usually would.
Yeah, and you can't do that from centre bounce, right? With 6-6-6,
Yes.
you can't do that. So you start with 6-6-6, but your wingers might start at the back of the centre square and then run into the back line.
Yeah.
Usually, if you're Port Adelaide, you'd follow them, but then your half forwards come up for Hawthorn. Everyone sort of comes up the ground, flood the back line, park the bus.
Yes.
And David King said it happened too early. So I was like, well, I wonder if it did. So I watched back. They did go into park the bus mode very early.
Yeah.
But they were up by 5 goals. And young side away from home, slippery conditions, all of that. I actually don't think they did too much wrong. Like, okay, yes, in an ideal world, you want to keep attacking and trying to score. And they probably with 12, 13 minutes to go, they were like, nah, stuff this. We're going skinny. So all the players on one side, kicking it long, let's get stoppages.
Yeah.
I watched the entire last quarter. I couldn't fault Hawthorn. I couldn't fault them.
Really?
Like, I actually couldn't fault them. Yes, okay, ideal world, be more attacking. But like they got their structures right. They had stoppage after stoppage after stoppage. No easy goals. They clearly gave up a lead and they kicked some goals, Port Adelaide. But Port Adelaide were dominating them and they only end up giving up 3 goals or 4 goals and they lose the game.
You said that players, so they change how they play to like save the game, right? So if your team has managed to get you up 4 goals, why wouldn't you just keep doing the exact same thing? Why would you even change your gameplay when you're like, well, it's like if it's not broken, don't fix it.
No, you're right, and that's the argument against it. But like when you're attacking, you're more vulnerable to score. So Port Adelaide, if you just talk about Port Adelaide, they're down by 4 goals coming with 15 minutes left. They're going to just start rolling the dice, no matter what. Whether you
got the guts every time.
Yeah. Whether you play attacking or defensive.
Yeah.
They're going to have to play that way.
Right.
So if you play normally, you might score. You might. But you're a lot more vulnerable against the roll the dice play.
So you're changing your gameplay because the other team is trying to be more attacking. So you're
correct.
You're going more defensive.
Now, again, I keep saying perfect world, but like clearly win the centre bounce, kick a goal. Like so, I think Conor McDonald kicked it behind, hit the post with like 6 minutes left to put them 18 points up. Like he kicks that goal, game over. Like there's so many things like. This happens, game over. Like that free kick on the wing, no free kick, game over.
Yep.
Like anything happens,
the free
game
kick
over.
On Rioli.
I think they actually played it the right way. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's hear from our friends at Paywise, shall we?
Hi, I'm Will, and I'm a backman.
Hi, I'm Gov, and I'm a Paywise ambassador.
And you're a backman.
And a Paywise ambassador. And a lot of people are always asking me what a novated lease is about.
What exactly do you tell them about, mate? Spoiling, winning premierships, all Australians, mate. It's all you're good for. You're a backman.
Yeah, and more. Scully, you're a big dog in the media now, arguably the biggest in Australia if you ask yourself. I've spoken to a lot of Paywise customers and I'm a man of the people.
Is that right, man of the people? What do you speak to the customers about? Your All-Australian jackets you won while I was playing on your man in the back line?
I wouldn't even know where my All-Australian jackets are actually, but I do know the best way to get a new car is through Paywise novated leasing.
Is that right?
Guaranteed.
Tell you what, champion, you sound like you know a lot about novated leases. Tell me all about it.
Well, novated leases allow you to pay for your car using pre-tax income. So you pay much less tax and save heaps of money.
Save heaps of money. Now, it's all starting to make sense why Moneybags McGovern wants to get involved.
No, I'm serious. It does not matter how much money you make. Novated leases from Paywise allow you to make one payment each payday. And that covers your vehicle finance, insurance, registration, fuel, servicing and tyres.
You right there, mate? You better tell Maddie then, because she runs all your bank accounts, doesn't she?
Yes, she does, and as you know, Skelly, happy wife, happy life. We made it. There's a calculator on the Paywise website that shows you what the costs are based on the type of car, your salary, how much you drive. Check it out and find out how much you'll save with Paywise.
Does the calculator calculate how much of your contract you're going to have to give to Harley to keep in the club next year?
No, it depends how his back holds up, because I've been carrying you for the last 10 years.
Okay, righto. Well, we're Backman. We love Paywise. If you want to find out more, contact Paywise today about novated leasing. Any danger of you actually letting your lines, big fella?
I am a backman, not a lineman, a backman.
We know.
Yeah, I know. We all know.
You've got the touch.
Yes, you do.
You got the power. I'm missing my where's my little thingy?
Oh,
I mean yours. You're missing yours
yeah,
as well,
sorry, right
champion.
there. Yep. Champion.
I like it.
Wow.
Well, you were
soccer
like
teammates.
Well, you were like pointing around as if you were all under control. You're not. Go to him, please. Go to him. Go to him.
Hey, there we go. You
Tell
got
us
the
about
touch.
TABtouch.
Hey, we had finally we had a bet.
We had a great bet.
Had a great bet. One that we're probably the most proud of in ever.
No, this is a great bet brought down by unfortunate circumstance. So we
Forwards just messing it up.
We bet on the fact that Fremantle's backline would Welly Up's backline would hold up against this St Kilda side because they're absolute dog shit.
Yep.
Right? And I don't mean anyone in particular. I mean St Kilda team.
Yeah, they're no good.
Right?
They don't score.
And our Fremantle backs are brilliant.
Huge.
Our bet was that we would hold no St Kilda player would kick more than three goals, three or more goals.
Okay. How many goals did St Kilda kick on the weekend?
They kicked 8 goals.
Okay.
So that would tell you
that one person.
Fair chance that none of them kicked 3 goals.
And it's not that uncommon for St Kilda to only kick 8 goals. They're not a high scoring team.
Our back line played amazingly.
Yes.
It's not about the other side.
No.
But we lost the bet.
Yeah, we did.
So I think we'll be returning with this bet in the not too distant future because I liked it a lot. In fact, given that Fremantle's playing this Friday night against Collingwood at Optus Stadium, I think we keep our eyes closely there. But we do apologise because it did lose, but it was a brilliant bet playing good odds. So thanks to our friends at TABtouch.
Yes.
As we're talking about TABtouch, BackChat Backman of the Year, thanks to TABtouch. It is in full steam.
Absolutely.
Like
got a really good list of guys coming through now.
Absolutely moving. I will say in the algorithm here, it's important off the top here, there were some disqualifications. And so it's important to know with the algorithm, we don't just go, I don't know. Most touches, there's the votes. Yeah. I mean, clearly we don't do that.
That's golden fist areas.
But there's a fair bit going into the formula.
Yes, of course.
Right? And I'd like to publish the formula at some stage. I think we did say we were going to do that. I'd like to publish the formula.
We could do that now because the reason why we didn't was because there was potential that we were going to be putting up a market, I think.
Not allowed to do that.
Not allowed to do that, which is fine.
Still brought to you by TABtouch.
Of course.
There were some disqualifications for a few actions and a few things that happened in games that did not allow players to get votes.
That's fine.
But with that aside, I would like to give the 3, 2 and 1. One vote goes to Jordan Butts from the Adelaide Football Club. Yes, they lost the game, but he won the battle.
Yes.
Jordan Butts was very good against Collingwood. He gets 1 vote. Congratulations. I don't think that's his first vote. Yes, it is his first vote.
First vote. Well done. Enter the leaderboard.
Welcome to the party. 2 votes. Sam Collins.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Does that puts him up there, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Into third place. Slides Sam Collins.
Very
he
good.
Fists his
Love
way
Sam
right onto
Collins.
the leaderboard. So he's in the third spot with 7 votes. So a big day for him, of course, in that big win against Geelong. I can't remember a Geelong forward doing anything at all. Like I still can't remember.
Even though they kicked 100 points.
Can't even remember. 3 votes. You're gonna like this.
Yeah.
Harley Reed. Tom Barris, ladies and gentlemen.
Well done.
Really bloody good. TB.
He was so good.
I will defend my bias on the commentary overall, but anytime Tom Barris got me the ball, I was just like, whoa, Tom.
He couldn't do a thing wrong.
Yeah,
on
and
that-
it was
on-
correct.
on the commentary.
Do we have some highlights to play of him? Can
Yeah,
you
we
give me
do.
some? Oh my gosh! Now watch this. Tom Barris, TB, bang. That's bang, bang. Ben.
I left this one on just a little bit
He was
longer.
on.
Just
He was
so we
on
could
Ben Brown.
Watch Ben Brown.
I tell you what, Ben, it could be your last AFL game. It actually could.
Oh, don't say that.
Wow. Look at this one. Wow. It's
Yep.
a massive smother. Look at this one. Wow. It's a contested mark,
Ben
Ben.
Brown.
You don't even know what's happening. Wow.
Run down.
Jesus Christ almighty. Sorry to those who are religious. Look, I was impressed by Tom's game. He had the intercept marks. He had big spoils. He was impressive.
Yeah, he was so big.
And he kept your man, Ben Brown, to 3 touches.
Ben Brown kicked one of the goals of the year.
Out of his ass.
Ben Brown's pocket.
Genuinely out of his ass. He just hoped for the best with that run.
He closed his eyes and swung his foot.
Mate, Ben Brown had a set shot. The man on the mark was 20 metres out.
Yeah.
I kid you not, Ben Brown was standing in the centre circle.
He was. So I saw a funny tweet that said, "Hey, if we're penalising people for running too far, why don't you have to bounce it for Ben Brown?"
So TB goes into 4th place, ladies and gentlemen.
Well
So
done,
here's the new
TB.
leaderboard. Harris Andrews on 11 votes leads the way. Alex Pearce from Fremantle 8 votes, been exceptional.
Yes.
Sam Collins 7 votes, on the way up. Jacob Wiedering injured. On 5 votes and equal 4th next to Jacob Wiedering, TB, Tom Barris from the West Coast
That
Eagles.
top 5 is insane.
Correct. It's
Like
bloody
the
brilliant.
best 5 backmen in the comp.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly.
It's almost as
the
if
algorithm.
that's what it should be.
Yeah.
Bloody brilliant stuff.
So good.
Thanks to TABtouch, our good friends at TABtouch. Make sure you remember, though, you win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. It is time for the BackChat back page.
Great. And now, from North Carolina,
I just love how long we're going to leave this one play out. BackChat back page, brought to you by BackChat. For all of the news that you missed over the weekend,
Great.
important stuff, Dan. Key defender Jack Buckley will miss 2 to 3 weeks with a calf injury. Good God, this is like a murder scene. Following Saturday's loss to the Bulldogs, Buckley played out the game with scans on Sunday revealing a calf strain. So he's done his calf, kept playing.
great.
R.I.P. Jack. Rest in peace, Jack. To some lighter news, or maybe some heavier news. I don't know which way you want to go on this. Former West Coast Eagles icon Luke Shuey has commemorated a major milestone with his wife, Danielle Shuey. Congratulations, Luke.
Congratulations to the Shoeies.
Just keep in mind, this is a fucking news article. On Saturday, Danny shared a heartwarming post to Instagram revealing the loved-up couple had been head over heels for 10 years. The adorable picture showed Danny and Luke out on the town with a caption, "A decade of genuine belly laughs on a date night and listening to WWE entrance song playlists in the Uber on the way home." A year later, the couple tied the knot in a picturesque wedding full of more than 150 family, friends and AFL stars. I was fucking shit-faced at that. The Perth publicist and presenter first started dating the high-profile athlete in 2014, and now the lovebirds have grown to a family of 4 with 4-year-old Oliver and his little sister Georgia. I mean, fuck me. What are we coming to?
I would also like just to point out on this article's posted on Facebook, and Anne Murray on Facebook has said, "Happy anniversary to you guys. Congratulations." Eileen Bernard has also said, "Happy anniversary. Congratulations."
Right. Do you think they've read those? Do you think Luke's had to read
absolutely. Andrew Boyd said, "What? Finally grew a set of balls." Christine Edwards has responded, "Dickhead."
You come back with something?
Andrew Boyd says, "He is."
Fuck off.
Kristen Edwards then replies and says, "Glad you acknowledged the fact about yourself, Andrew."
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. And finally, the match review over the weekend. Bomber banned, Butters fined.
No.
Brownlow fancy Zach Butters was lucky to escape suspension on the weekend, but is issued with a $10,000 fine.
Oi, 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 oi.
For rough conduct, which the match review officer, Christians, graded as intentional, low impact and body contact, resulting in the fine. Butters was also issued with a $3,125 fine for a melee that he was involved in on the weekend, while Jack Ginnivan received a fine as well. So Butters has walked away from the weekend short of 13 grand. Unlucky, Zach.
Unlucky. Do you reckon that covers his matchy? He's not matchies.
Very good. That was a BackChat back page. A bloody very quickly becoming my favourite part of the show.
If you want to sponsor that segment, it's currently presented by no one but ourselves.
Yep.
hello@backchatpodcast.com.au. Just send us an email.
It'll cost you $13,000 like it did Zach Butters on the weekend. A little bit of a BackChat sponsored athlete update.
Ooh, yeah.
Very exciting news out of Brisbane. Shadow Brain, another game to him. Of
Great.
course, Harris Andrews, our man over there,
Yes.
but just a little offsider. Shadow Brain subbed on against Richmond in a massive win, 120 points they won by, and had 8 disposals and 4 marks.
Get him on from the beginning of the game next time.
Congratulations, Shadow. Carlton, Mitch McGovern, of course, we like looking after him. But Jacob Wiedering, we've been big fans of Jacob. I'm not sure which one we're looking after because Mitch was injured and Jacob was injured. Well, Jacob Wiedering injured his thigh versus Carlton. Now he plays for Carlton versus Sydney. But he's hopeful to return against Gold Coast. He was subbed out of the game, wasn't he?
Who?
Jacob Wiedering. He
Shame.
was subbed out. He was subbed out, Nick. Surely he was subbed out. He was subbed out.
He was subbed out.
Against your boys.
Correct. First quarter.
But he's going to play next week.
That's what they're saying.
Jeez, he's tough.
Yeah.
Bloody brilliant. GWS says Jack Buckley, surprise video. Surprised me something.
Eagle Hagen to the square. Norton had his way with Buckley.
Oh!
Buckley, the goalkeeper once. Norton
Is he going to kick it
doesn't
again?
give up.
No, he's not. Jack Buckley's there.
This
Just
is
watch
that
this.
good.
1-on-1 in the goal square. You hear us groaning away like Dan was watching Harley Reed on the weekend.
Gee, that's good, isn't
Aaron
it?
Norton, 1-on-1 in the goal square. Jack Buckley dives across his boot. There's literally no other outcome than a goal there.
Is that
Other than
possibly
Jack
one of the
Buckley.
worst situations to be on? 1-on-1 in the goal square with
In
Aaron
front of you,
Norton.
man, like that. I don't
And
think
he
there's...
saves the goal.
That's unbelievable.
That good.
That's why he's the BackChat Backman and the inaugural medal winner of the 2023.
Of course,
Jack
but now,
Buckley medal.
do you think he did his calf there?
Oh, I forgot about that to lead the BackChat
And he
back
played
page.
out the game.
Unsurprising.
What a guy.
North Melbourne. Who do we sponsor at North Melbourne?
Toby Pink?
Callan Dawson, Luke McDonald, Aidan Core, Griffin Logue, Toby Pink. The pink guy. Toby Pink kicks a goal
Kicked a goal.
versus Essendon. Did
You
see
know what?
that?
I'm happy for him.
I'm pretty sure it went to score review. I think it went to the review.
It was a mongrel of a goal.
Yeah, wow.
It was hilarious.
The pink guy just gets it done like usual. I'll take that because, look, we need someone to put their hand up at North Melbourne. Who wants to take the title? Could be pink guy.
Could you just imagine right now, and I've experienced part of this, so I feel like I can relate slightly. Could you imagine if you were a North Melbourne fan? It's just grim. It's so bad.
Look at this bloke on his fucking high horse. Do
No,
you
I'm
understand
so-
what you've just been
because
through for the
it's
2
relatable
years?
because I've been there, but like,
Oh.
there is no hope. It's so you got Toby Pink kicking goals.
I watch West Coast fans, and it's unbelievable how short memories you have. Like, you're like goldfish.
That's what keeps us strong.
4 weeks ago,
Yeah.
you and the rest of you were on about priority picks and our get rid of Simo and culture's cooked. I walked into someone who should know better, tell me that West Coast were going to play finals this year.
We're back, baby. We're back.
Oh, boy. Talking about being back, Jimmy's Gingers are back in business in the footy tips, thanks to the Alpha.
Ooh.
$250 voucher for round 10. Jimmy got 8 tips correct.
8?
How are you going? I'm going
I
terribly.
got 6.
I got 8. No, I got 7.
Well, you get to pick the favourites. I'm still picking home teams.
Yeah.
I didn't pick West Coast this week as the home team.
What do you mean?
Well,
You pick
I
one.
pick one away game, and I.
Oh,
and I
you
picked
are a real
Melbourne.
piece of shit.
Yeah, I know.
How's that make you feel? That makes
Really
me
bad.
feel great.
My thinking was I'll just be happy if West Coast wins, so I'm sort of hedging my mood on the tip.
Congratulations, Jimmy. $250
Jimbo.
voucher coming your way. Got to be honest, $250 is a fair bit of money thanks to Alfred.
Yeah, 25 pints.
Yeah, that's correct. Oh, probably a little bit less. A little bit expensive. Not at the Alfred, just in general. If you do want to be involved, you can win the round prize.
Anytime.
without winning the whole
You
thing.
don't need to be in the tipping comp from the beginning.
Sign up as a Patreon patron.
Yep.
And you can be involved in that tipping
Great.
competition. Hey, I'll let you do this one. Have you got this one in front of you at all? It's down the bottom.
Yeah.
Inaugural Western Fister Bevan.
So you guys are talking about Bevan. I didn't know what you were talking about. You just kept throwing the word Bevan around.
Yes.
And I didn't realise it was Western Fister Bevan.
Right. I'll give you a bit of an intro because I know you've seen this for the first time. But Bevan, our main man, he was a utility. Look, he could go forward, he could go back, a striker, do everything, Bevan.
Good guy.
Do everything and do nothing at the same time. I'll be, so this is from Bevo. I'll be completing a 100-kilometre ultra marathon run through the city of Perth.
10 laps of the bridge loop between Mitchell Freeway and the Causeway.
Right.
This event will aim to raise money for both the Cancer Council of West Australia and Beyond Blue.
That's bloody elite on all
areas. That is
areas.
very cool. Over the last few years, multiple people around me have been impacted by cancer, and I've never really understood how to show support or be able to help. So this year, I've decided to challenge myself physically to raise funds to help those around me in need. Wow, this is awesome. So Bevan is running, is our own little Timmy Franklin.
Is Tim Franklin still running?
He's still running.
Did we track him?
I can't remember. What was the record? Was it in the 400s?
No, he's missed the record.
He's missed the record.
Big fan of Tim Franklin. He's put himself through mental and physical pain.
He's running around the MCG. Runs laps of the MCG.
That's right. I saw him with the Fox Footy coverage doing laps around the MCG.
I rate him, and he could be listening to this now.
I hope you are, Timmy. I'm wishing for you to be done.
Huge effort.
Do you reckon you'd ever run again after running around the world for 650 days?
I'll be walking everywhere.
Would you ever run again? What's that? Sorry,
he's got a finish date.
He's got a finish date. 30th of June 2024 is when he's aiming.
Thank you for stipulating 2024. I wasn't
Why
sure.
is he taking so long?
I actually don't know. But South Bank Parklands in Brisbane, I'm coming home.
Those Lambros, they're doing good things with good charities, but they were straight across Australia. They probably hadn't run around the rest of the world before then.
So Bev, so this is for to raise coin. So are we going to put the link up somewhere for people who get involved in this?
For each donation, you'll have the option to receive a running plan thanks to one of our sponsors, Land to Sea Performance, for a distance of 5, 10 or 20 kilometres. This plan aims to get you the guys ready to join me. So he wants people to join him May 26th. So 6 days' time. It's going to be a pretty fucking quick lead up. It's going to be a quick lead up if you want to join Bevo. But yes, we are going to put the link on our socials if you want to join in and support Bevan. Help. I mean, great.
That's
causes.
awesome.
Beyond Blue, Cancer. Big round of applause for Bevo.
Mate, put your hand up. Put your body on the line to do something like that. That's awesome.
Really bloody good. Well done, Bevan. Good job, mate. Good luck.
Yes.
I will not be running with you, but I will be thinking of you.
I just couldn't make the distance, so it would be pointless me going.
Hey, this week on the show, this is one of my favourite chats I've had. Full stop. I felt like I've known this bloke for a long time, and just so happens that he opens the batting for Australia as well. Usman Khawaja coming up on the podcast. Here's what you're going to grab on Wednesday.
Me and JL are closer now because of those blow-up, really.
The fact that you blokes have just gone back and sat in a room and knocked off a couple of toasted sandwiches together is ridiculous. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
A few of the guys were intimidated by him, no doubt.
We know you as the batsman that you are today, but I think as a junior you used to bowl a little bit of heat.
That is such a lie. I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
What a legend.
Yeah,
it was unreal. It was bloody unreal.
Yes.
We sent some flowers to him as well because he's a family man.
Doing the podcast from home.
Yeah, and I just felt like his beautiful wife, I'm not going to say her name so I don't get it wrong, but she did us a solid, sorted the kids out, and I just wanted to get her some flowers. So we did send some over. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
Make sure you see that on Wednesday. You can catch it on YouTube or wherever you're listening to this podcast, of course. That's us, Dan. We're done and dusted. I've got to be honest, the last half of the show, my mind has been on the soccer pitch. I've been very excited to get down to Loftus Rec Centre. Hey, if you're listening on the live and you want to come down and cheer us on, probably don't.
Yeah, please don't.
Some of us don't have boots, no shin guards. I haven't seen a soccer ball in years.
I don't know what what's our tactics? We just kick it long and home. You're
Sam
defending.
Butler's playing.
Yeah, Sam Butler's playing.
Former state soccer player, under 16s. He's now 37.
Yeah.
But could play
Still
soccer.
fit.
Nick I'm worried about. We've got him at goalkeeper at the moment. He's had a big day so far, Nick. The boys behind the panel will be playing. I'm excited about it. Hey, a big thanks to our sponsors, Paywise, powering the podcast this year, of course. TABtouch, Shelter Brewing Co, Whippersnapper Whisky, ID Athletic, Mamba Digital. Sign up as a VIP. You know where to do that. Everything you find on the show is on backchatstudios.com.au. Thanks for joining us on Twitter, TikTok, X, YouTube.
Everywhere. So
Anywhere
good.
else?
Mate, just in your
Are
dreams.
you going to play that soccer in that jumper?
No, it's way too hot for this. I'm sweating.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.